put this back down like that. Oh. Hey, Instagram. It's me, T, from the Palaces, taking the train to Tibet. Yes, I've taken to sitting in, oh, it's not mine, it's going to be a present to my, actually, I don't give presents to people, this is not true, to the household, to my sister's household, to, in Virginia, in the Virginia, in the, what's it, the DMV, not the DMV, what was it, Tidewater, whatever, she lives in Chesapeake. She's got a house by a lake, you know what I mean, got the trees. So I got this hammock, quality cotton. It's going to hang in a tree back there so you can sit down. It's a sitting hammock, But I've taken it because I bought it now, but I won't be there till May. So I sit here and I read. This is my reading chair now, So it's cool. I've been reading something. Oh, by the way, let me get closer, wait a second. By the way, this is a Monday. It's a me day. So if you're talking about me, and that was, I might don't want that part. So Monday's a me day. Talk about the evening post. I posted in the morning. That's the what we call the Grand Rising reports, and I post and every morning I post Grand Rising report. Then in the evening on Mondays is a me day. I talk about me. On Tuesdays, I talk about U.S. kind of stuff, as a North American, United States and North America kind of stuff, On Wednesday, it's like world kind of stuff that comes across my, And Thursday is audio drama day, which is always a hoot. Even though this morning I talked about Glorious Monster, the Bell of the Horn. Then again, Red Ryan Report could be anything. Anyway, don't worry about that part. Then on Fridays, it's like a week wrap up what I missed, so somehow it works like that. And Saturdays is whatever pops into my head. On Sundays is a reading day. Well, this is like a residual for, let me put it this way. I've been reading Tagore every Sunday, and then we riff off of that. But I have this Gibran book that I had started. The thing about it's like, what's it called? What do they call this? This is a book of, it's three, I guess, The Broken Wings, Tears and Laughter, Sand and Form. And I guess it's 3 books in one. I don't know. But the thing about poetry, what is Gibran? Is he a poet, really? He's a cat that writes short stuff, let's put it that way. And what I like about poetry and short stuff, it's like, see, I shouldn't say it this way, but in academia, I'll say it that way. In academia, when you get a reference book or something like that, you're not supposed to be like, how do you say it, reading the book straight through like it's a novel. You know what I mean? You're supposed to when you pick and choose, in a topic, you research, you get that part or this part or whatever have you. So that's what happens. Poetry is like that too. You get a poetry book, and every once in a while you get inspired. You get whatever, that's a theater kind of thing. It's like, no. So, you sort of just pick up stuff. Now, I got this bookmark someplace in this, The Playground of Life. I didn't look back at that, but I opened up and I got this I guess this I don't know. Again, these are like short, whatever. It's called Song of the Soul. Right? And I was reading through the thing, but then it comes to like 1 paragraph, 2 paragraph, 3 paragraph, 4th paragraph, the deeds of my hand, heed its presence like a lake must reflect. The glimmering stars, my tears reveal it, blah, blah, blah. Then there's nothing, then it comes to this stanza here, which sort of like, oh, maybe I should talk about this, right? Because, it says, let me put my glasses on so I can tell you what it says. It is a song composed by contemplation. See, now I've been contemplating. It's a me day anyway, I got to contemplate. And published by silence, and stunned by clamor, and folded by truth, and repeated by dreams, and understood by love, and hidden by awakening, and sung by the soul. So I was thinking about that. Now I'm thinking about that because I just took. I don't want to tell you how many. Well, let me just say, this is the beginning of March, and this is the time period when I think of. I think all the time about these folks like this, but let's just do with it. You know, on March 7th, uh, uh, 1971, my son Eric was born. That was 71. But on March 9th of 1968, when I was a mere 17 years old, my first son Mark was born. Okay. I won't get into. I don't want to talk about the mothers. No, I won't get into the details. Which makes I guess Eric was the firstborn. That makes him like 57 years old yesterday, right? So, and every year I used to, when that day came, I wished him a happy birthday wherever I was, be on the radio, wherever I was, I wished him a happy birthday. I had no contact with them. With Eric, it started very, very early because he was born. Let me put it this way. Again, I'm not going to mention it. Well, I can mention Yvonne's name. Well, his mother and I, we're young, 16, I guess. Well, 17, 16. And there was this whole thing, with her aunt, and she gave contraceptive advice, and it was wrong. And anyway, so Yvonne fell pregnant. That's what they said. But the thing about it was a solid, because this was in the Bronx. She lived on Cedar Avenue. Look, the birthplace of hip hop is supposed to be Cedric Avenue, whatever, which is a block over from Cedar Avenue. It's that area, that same area. In fact, anyway, it doesn't matter. So it was a solid middle class family, black middle class family. Everybody was there, whatever have you. And I was in the cadet corner, whatever it is. And we're just regular old boyfriend, girlfriend like that. So she fell pregnant. But the parents, it was an extended family because it was a house, and the aunt lived there, and she was like an executive secretary to somebody. She never got married or nothing like that, not that I know of. Like, she didn't have any children, whatever. And Yvonne had family, brothers, sisters, so you had the whole mother, father, I think grandfather was there, whatever have it. So I don't think they took a liking to me. They sort of like, I don't know, But it's back then. This is different. This is where usually the families took, they took the child in and they don't have to, but they just didn't want nothing to do with me. Ooh. Anyway, but also you have to understand, and I was raised by my grandmother. That was my grandmother, but this was her first, basically, I guess you call it, great grandchild. In fact, in my lineage, it's first grandchild, and my grandmother was the type of person. She was no nonsense, but she'd take, this happened, let's deal with it, and everybody knew that. So my grandmother. But what happened is the child would come by my grandma's house. I'd see the child there. We'd a little interaction, but something right on. I think I can't say this is not. I can't say this is true or not. But they hooked Yvonne up with a preacher, with a preacher, pastor, whatever have you, and they got married. Okay, but it was still, they wouldn't get married at the time. They were hooked up with her, and I still would see Eric like that. And at some particular point, they got married, and the preacher forbid, whatever, banned Eric from visiting my grandmother, basically seeing me, right, like that. And so I didn't fight it enough like that. By that point, I'm 18, 19 years old. And so that's what happens. So not that I have disdain for preachers, but going like, hey, can we talk about this? And again, my grandmother was the one to jump into things, and I was too young to really, do what I do. At that point, I guess I'm 18 years old, 19 years old, and they got the family, so I didn't fight it, right? So that relationship ended. So I haven't seen I never saw Eric at all. I heard tangential things. One time I heard that he was, he could play piano and stuff like that, which was good because, that's good. So hopefully he's fine, right? I'm gonna get to a point. So that's over with. Now, this is the big problem. Let me give you this bit of it. No, I'm not giving no advice. Mark is different. Now, Mark, his mother, we were in the same. We met in college, right? And we was in the city. She joined our group, like a study group. We were like Revolutionary Cell, right? I asked her one time, long after that, well, why don't you hook up with us? Because she didn't have no revolutionary thing. She said, oh, because you're the most interesting people. You're a red and stuff like that. So there you go. And at that, wait a minute, for a whole year, I did what we did back in the day. You actually rap to somebody. You might be talking on the phone all night long. That kind of thing. I mean, I pursued this woman, girl, whatever. For I guess, for a whole year, 18, 19, 19, well, 18, 19 years old. I pursued her for a whole year. Now, this first time she had a boyfriend, whatever. I pursued her for a whole year. Then, and no, we didn't kick it enough like that. For a year, I did the honorable, noble thing. Then the next year, right, we hooked up, we kicked the boots and stuff like that. But everything was copacetic, and then I went into service. Okay, so I figured, hey, this girl for 2 years, hey, this is okay. We're gonna be fine, So I figured we was going to service, and if you was married in the service, then they would, you get the duties, get some support and stuff like that. So I said, well, since this is fine. I'm 20 years old. I'm going like, well, I don't want to be, because I was 19 at the time. I said, I don't want to have no babies until I'm 25. That's what it's in my head, right? Actually, my mother had me when she was 25. That's not the point. So I'm figuring, okay, so let's get married. We're going to, so we get married. And I should say this. That second year when we started kicking it, her grandmother lived in Lenox Terrace, with her second husband, whatever, Modesto, this Cuban guy, who just watched baseball all day. I can't talk to him. He just watching baseball, and she just feeding whatever. But so she was close to Debbie. That they were sort of close, like me and my grandmother, like that. And what she is kind of really weird because the dynamic of that family and her mother, Debbie's mother, she was like, I don't want to say she belonged to the streets, but she was like, the way the dynamic was, it's like Debbie was the grandmother was the mother, and the mother was the child, so it was an interesting dynamic. And Debbie has these strict rules, and she's like, I can explain it now because she's born on the 19th of 19th of March. Hey, it's coming up soon, right? So she'll be 75. But I'm always old with doing it. So now we're, I'm in the Air Force. She's what got me locked in. When I say she got me locked in, that first night that we were married, basically she she conceived, she felt pregnant, but it was a whole weird thing because she wanted this to happen. She sort of, I don't know, plotted it, but then that's it. Now let me give you this bit of advice. Maybe it's not good advice, but the problem is that she lost her virginity. Her virginity was taken. I don't know how to say it, but I was her first man. Her virginity was given up to me. I was also her first boyfriend. Okay, even though she was older, older like 17, 18, whatever, 19, whatever, 20, whatever it was, college age, right? And of course, her first marriage or marriage like that. Plus, he was I can't, the way I can explain it, Debbie was, I don't think if I didn't come along, she would have never, she really did, I don't think she really liked men. I don't know how to say it. Well, anyway, I shouldn't put that on her, but I'm not jumping on Debbie. Let me go back to something. So, but me and Eric was so, it's like we were like, oh man, it was like amazing. We were like, let me put it this way. He's born on the seventh day of the third month. I'm born on the third day of the seventh month. So we was like, some sort of, you know, he's a Pisces, I'm a Cancerian. We sort of, you know, and we look, man, and he spent, and the full first 9 years of his life, more than that, you know, he would, wherever I was, he would be there, you know. And I was in the Air Force, he spent time in the barracks. It was legendary, whatever. Wherever I was, he would spend time with me. When I was had my house, he would spend time. He would be like, and she would allow it like that. As he got older, and she just getting more insane. I guess she really just wanted to, I don't know, to get back at. I have no idea what I don't know what's in her head. But at some particular point, about 9 or 10 years old, maybe a little bit later than that, then we really fell out. But I was in New York at the time. I was at BAI, whatever have it, and she was in the Bronx, and so she just cut all ties, right? Well, now you might say, oh, well, you know, you should have fought harder, you should have did that. I can't go into this stuff because there was a reason why we broke up in the early on, and it's a devastating reason. It's too personal. But here's the thing. The way I think about Eric, the way I think about Mark, it's like that. I understand children. Okay, you might, you know, your dad, this is your whatever it is. But at some particular point, and Eric always knew where I was. He saw me on TV at one time. You know, we throughout the year every once in a while. But if he wants to communicate with me, I try to find him without. Well, I'm easy to find. I'm not hiding. I'm on the internet. You know, for years. If any of my children, if they want to find me, they can find me. And when you think about it, look, blood is blood, you know. And if you don't, if I could find my father was one night stand with my mother. So there you go. Maybe it's the lineage, right? It's like I tried to. Well, nobody knew about him, whatever it is. But I have some questions. Not just regularly, just kicking it. Just not know who this cat is, you know, like that. So they obviously do not want to know, or maybe they do know who I am, because the thing is, I'm going like, man, if my dad was around, he wasn't a scoundrel, or maybe I'm a scoundrel, but he was all right, then I would really just want to talk about stuff like DNA, I don't know, lineage, something, learn something. And I think at some particular point, I'm not talking about Mark now, I'm talking about Eric. I don't blame anybody for anything, but I'm going like, yo, there's information you need to know. And no matter what your mom or whoever done told you, they could be, could be a little bit skewed, And I think it's up to, I guess I'm saying that if you look in society and you look at me for money, oh, you are sadly mistaken. But for knowledge and for stuff like that, I'm your guy, right? So this is not a plea to let anything out. This is just saying that because society has certain norms, okay, that's their norms. But I believe a couple of things. One, I believe, at least in my estimation, you were actually born to circumstances you want to be born to. I know. It's not irrational. I'm just saying, I can't imagine me being, the way I was raised and everything that happened to me in my life, I'm going like, yeah, this is what's supposed to happen. Especially relationship, I'll get into that some other time. This is a me day, maybe some money I could say. It's amazing. I mean, I tried, it just never works out. Right? So what I'm saying is, I think you're born to a circumstance you want to be born to, and not only that, you fulfill the destiny you're supposed to be fulfilling. And if it's your destiny to be whatever it is, then that's what it is. So I don't fight it. I don't have any big regrets. Because I've seen other situations where people have perfect, idyllic, or this happened, and it just crumbles. So, however people's lives are, that's what it is. You're on your path, do your path. If your path means that you want that's what it is. So, there it goes. I'm going to make me something to eat, I think, So I'm going to leave you. This has been a Monday, not a tea tirade, just chilling, talk about my two sons. One I had never contact with, the other one, because of circumstances, because of, oh boy, me and women, me and children. Well, oh, I should say this. Throughout my life, I'm sorry, I've always been, all the time, like Eric, whatever age Eric was at, I was always with a situation where I was taking care of children his age. In fact, one time, because I lived in, this is complicated. I lived in a house with 5 women one time. He came, he come time that, and there was other children around, and I was napping or something like that. It was so cute, and I don't know how old he was. Maybe he was about 8, 9, and they wanted to come and play with me or something like that, and he prevented them from coming in the room. Said no, like that. It was very cute, So I think that, and there was a whole bunch of other things, other instances, but we just never meant to be together. I'm not meant to be together with a whole bunch of people. I think I truly am a meadow tiger. I truly am Saint Anthony. I truly am a child of Ogun, which is that's a solitary kind of existence, right? That's the way it is. Okay, I'll talk to you later. This is just a me day, so let me do all this out right now because I got things to do. We back into the fray. Oh, and the fray is getting, ooh boy, it's the world, and the stuff that I got to do, and the stuff that's in my head right now that I've got to accomplish. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll run into my children sooner or later, It's more than just those two. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that season comes in July. So maybe in July I'll talk about my other 2 kids. Okay, bye.